Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Without Noise. I'm so happy you're here with us today. My name is Ava, and this is your favorite place to learn real, everyday English.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. I'm Ben, and I'm so excited for today's episode. Ava, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well, Ben. I had a big cup of coffee this morning, so I'm ready to go. How about you?
Same here. Okay, so today's topic is something really special. We're going to talk about a feeling that many people have, the feeling that you are left behind in life.
Yes, and I think so many of our listeners know this feeling. You look at other people and you think, they are doing so well. Why am I not there yet?
Exactly. It's a very human feeling. And today, we're going to use this topic to help you learn real English, the kind of English you use in everyday conversations.
By the end of this episode, you will be able to talk about feelings and emotions, compare your life to others in English, and use simple but very powerful phrases that native speakers use all the time.
That's so useful. And hey, we have a question for you right now. Have you ever felt left behind in life? Write your answer in the comments below. We love reading your comments.
Yes, please comment. And if you are new here, welcome. Please like this video and subscribe to Speak English Without Noise. We make new episodes every week to help you learn English the easy way.
Okay, let's not wait any longer. Let's jump right into the lesson.
So let's start with the basics. What does it mean to feel left behind? The phrase is left behind. Left, L-E-F-T, behind, B-E-H-I-N-D.
Right. And the simple grammar structure here is subject plus feel plus adjective. So for example, I feel left behind, or she feels left behind. Very simple.
Let me give you some easy examples. First, I feel left behind at work. Second, he feels left behind when his friends get promoted. Third, they feel left behind because everyone around them is getting married.
These are such real examples. I remember when all my friends started buying houses, I thought, wow, I feel so left behind. Has that happened to you, Ava?
Oh, yes. When I was in my mid-20s, all my friends were getting their dream jobs. I was still figuring out what I wanted to do. I said to myself, why do I feel so behind?
And that's a key phrase too. Why do I feel so behind? Listeners, can you say that out loud right now? Why do I feel so behind? Say it 3 times. It really helps your pronunciation.
Now let's look at the negative form. We can say, I don't feel left behind anymore. The word anymore means the feeling has stopped. Or you can say, she doesn't feel behind. She feels proud of her own path.
Oh, I love that one. She feels proud of her own path. That is such a beautiful sentence. Let's also look at another common structure. I feel like I'm behind. This is very natural in spoken English.
Yes, I feel like is super common. For example, I feel like everyone else is moving forward, but I'm standing still. That means you feel like other people are making progress and you are not.
Listeners, I have a question for you. Can you write a sentence using I feel like? Write it in the comments below. We will read them. Okay, let's do a quick review of this section. We learned the phrase feel left behind, the structure subject plus feel plus adjective, and the common pattern I feel like.
Great job, everyone. Now let's build on what we just learned. The next big idea is comparing yourself to others. This is why we feel left behind. We look at other people and compare ourselves.
In English, we compare using more than, less than, and as. For example, she is more successful than me. Or I am not as far along as my sister.
Here's a real-life situation. Imagine you are at a family dinner. Your cousin just got a big promotion. Your aunt says,
wow, look at your cousin. He is doing so well. And inside, you think, I'm not doing as well as him. I feel so far behind.
I think everyone knows that feeling. That family dinner situation is so real. Okay, let's demonstrate with a short dialogue. Ava, let's pretend you are talking to a friend.
Sure. Okay, so I say, hey, did you hear? Maria got a new job. She makes so much more money than me now.
And I'll respond as a good friend. I know, but you can't compare yourself to Maria. You are on your own path.
I know, but I just feel like I'm behind. She's 28 and she already has her own apartment.
And you will get there too. Everyone moves at a different speed.
That was a really natural conversation. And notice the phrase, everyone moves at a different speed. This is a very comforting thing to say in English. It means not everyone does things at the same time.
Now, formal versus informal. In formal English, like in a job interview or a professional email, you might say, I feel that I am still developing in my career. But in informal English, talking to a friend, you'd say, I feel like I'm so behind it's not even funny.
It's not even funny. That means something is really extreme. Like, I'm so tired, it's not even funny. It's very casual, but very common.
Okay, listeners, here's a practice activity for you. Write 2 sentences in the comments. One formal sentence and one informal sentence about a time you compared yourself to someone else. First sentence, formal. Second sentence, informal. Can you do it?
Yes, try it. Writing is a great way to practice. And now let me give you 3 tips for talking about comparison in English. First, use as for equal comparison. For example, I am just as smart as she is. Second, use more than or less than for unequal comparison. For example, he works harder than I do. Third, use not as when you feel less. For example, I'm not as experienced as him yet.
Perfect tips. Write those down. And remember, when you compare yourself to others in real life, it can feel bad. But in English practice, comparing is very useful grammar. Great job, everyone. In this section, we learned how to compare ourselves to others using more than, less than, and as. And we saw the difference between formal and informal language.
Okay, now let's talk about the third part of today's lesson. How to talk about your feelings and explain them to someone else. Because sometimes we don't just feel left behind, we need to talk about it.
Right. And in English, there are so many ways to explain your emotions. The most basic structure is I feel plus emotion word. For example, I feel sad. I feel lost. I feel confused.
But in real conversations, we add more detail. We say, I feel sad because, or I feel lost when. For example, I feel sad because all my friends seem so happy. Or I feel lost when I see people my age achieving so much.
Here's another super useful phrase. It makes me feel. For example, seeing other people succeed makes me feel motivated. Or, and this is more honest, seeing other people succeed makes me feel a little jealous sometimes.
Ooh, jealous. That's a real word, and it's okay to say it. Jealous means you want what someone else has. I feel jealous when I see my friend's beautiful home. Very honest, very human.
Let's also talk about tone. When you talk about these feelings with a friend, use a soft, slow voice. Don't speak too fast. And it's okay to pause, to stop for a second before you speak. It shows you are thinking carefully.
That's such a good tip, Ben. And here's a politeness tip, too. Instead of saying, you make me feel bad, it's better to say, I feel a little down when I compare myself to others. See how you use I instead of you? That way, you don't blame the other person.
That's a really important cultural note. In English, especially in emotional conversations, I statements are more polite and more mature. I feel is better than you make me feel.
Okay, I want to do a little mini practice with you right now.
Then, I'm going to say a situation and you tell me how you'd feel using a complete sentence. Let's do it. Situation 1. Your younger brother just bought a house and you are still renting. How do you feel?
I feel a little left behind, honestly. But I'm proud of him, too.
Great answer. Situation 2. Your classmate from school is now a famous doctor. How do you feel?
I feel inspired, but I also feel a little behind in my own career.
Perfect. See how Den used 2 feelings in one sentence? That's very natural. Listeners, can you do that? Write a sentence with 2 feelings in the comments right now. For example, I feel X, but also Y. Try it.
Yes, and please say your sentence out loud too, not just in your head. Out loud. Speaking practice is the best practice. In this section, we learned how to express and explain feelings using I feel because, it makes me feel, and I feel X, but also Y. Now, let's talk about mistakes, because learning English means making mistakes, and that's totally normal. Ben, do you remember some mistakes you made when you first started speaking English? Oh, absolutely. I made so many mistakes, and I still make some. Okay, let's look at the common mistakes learners make with this topic.
Mistake number 1, saying I am feel instead of I feel. The wrong sentence, I am feel sad. The correct sentence, I feel sad. We do not use be and feel together like that.
Yes, this is a very common mistake.
Remember, feel already works alone as a verb. You don't need am or is before it. So, wrong, she is feel left behind. Right, she feels left behind. Mistake number 2, using boring when you mean bored. This is a classic. Wrong, I am boring. That means you are a boring person, not fun for others. Correct, I am bored. Bored means you feel the feeling of boredom.
Yes, I am boring. That means you are not interesting to other people. But I am bored means the situation doesn't interest you. Big difference. Does this ever happen to you, listeners? Write in the comments. Do you ever confuse boring and bored?
Mistake number 3, saying more better instead of better. Wrong, she is more better than me. Correct, she is better than me. Better is already a comparative word. You don't need to add more. It's the same with more worse. That's wrong. Just say worse.
And mistake number 4, confusing behind and late. These are different. I am late means you arrived after the scheduled time. I feel behind means you feel like you haven't made enough progress in life so far. So, wrong, I feel late in life. Correct, I feel behind in life.
Ooh, I love that one. I actually heard someone say, I feel late in life once, and I understood them, but it was a little funny. Late in life has a different meaning. It means something happened when a person was older, like she started painting late in life.
Great example, Ava. Okay, listeners, for each mistake we just talked about, try to make a correct sentence. Write them in the comments and we'll check. And please remember, mistakes are how we learn. Every English speaker, even native speakers, makes mistakes. Don't be afraid.
That's so true. I still make mistakes in English sometimes, and I'm a host of an English podcast. The key is to keep going. You are doing great just by being here.
Exactly. Mistakes are not failures. They are steps forward. You're doing beautifully just by listening and trying. Let's give ourselves a round of applause. You made it to the practice section.
Okay, everyone, it's time for our favorite part, interactive practice. This is called Choose the Correct Sentence. I'll give you 2 sentences, and you decide which one is correct. Ready?
Let's go.
Situation 1. You want to say you feel sad because your friend got a promotion. Option A, I am feel sad because she got a promotion. Option B, I feel sad because she got a promotion. Which one is correct?
Option B, of course. I feel sad. No am before feel. Option A has that classic mistake. Great job if you got that right.
Situation 2. You want to say your colleague works harder than you. Option A, my colleague works more harder than me. Option B, my colleague works harder than me. Which is correct?
Option B again. Works harder is correct. Never say more harder. Remember, harder is already comparative. You don't need more.
Situation 3. You want to say you feel excited but also nervous. Option A, I feel exciting and nervous. Option B, I feel excited but also nervous. Which one?
Option B. I feel excited, not exciting. Remember, exciting describes a thing or situation. Excited describes how you feel. This is just like boring versus bored.
Situation 4. You want to say everyone lives at their own pace. Option A, everyone moves at a different speed. Option B, everyone is move at a different speed. Which is correct?
Option A, everyone moves. Simple present tense, third person singular, so we add the S. Option B is not grammatical at all. Say option A out loud right now. Everyone moves at a different speed. That's a sentence worth remembering.
Now I want to challenge you. Can you create your own sentence about feeling left behind using everything we learned today? Write it in the comments. Try to use at least 2 things from today's lesson. We'll look at the comments and reply.
Yes, and remember, don't worry about being perfect. We want to hear your voice, your thoughts. Real conversation matters more than perfect grammar. You can do this.
Okay, we are almost at the end. Let's take a moment to celebrate. You made it through the whole episode. Let's go over everything we learned today.
Absolutely. Today we covered 3 big things. Number 1, the phrase feel left behind, and the basic structure I feel plus emotion word. Number 2, how to compare yourself to others using more than, less than, and as. Number 3, how to express and explain emotions using I feel because and it makes me feel.
And we also looked at 4 common mistakes using I am feel, saying more better, confusing boring with bored, and mixing up behind with late. These are all very common mistakes, and now you know how to avoid them.
I am so proud of every single listener today. Seriously, learning a language is hard work. It takes courage to keep going, especially when you feel like you're not making progress fast enough.
But here's the truth. You are making progress. Every episode you listen to, every comment you write, every sentence you say out loud, that is progress. Don't compare your English journey to someone else's journey.
That's beautiful, Ava. And that's really today's life lesson too, isn't it? You are not behind. You're on your own path, moving at your own speed.
Yes! And speaking of paths, here's our reflective question for today. What is one area of your life where you used to feel behind, but now you feel proud of your progress? Think about it. Write it in the comments. We would really love to know.
Wonderful question. And while you're thinking about that, please take a moment to like this video, share it with a friend who is learning English, and most importantly, subscribe to Speak English Without Noise so you never miss an episode.
We work really hard to make these lessons for you. Every like, every comment, every subscription helps us keep going, and it means the world to us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. You are amazing. Keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself. We will be right here every week cheering you on. See you next time.